focusing on relationship without words. Relationship and movement. Beginning to bring your dance to an end. And once you've finished, take a breath. I'd like person B to lead. Person B, do whatever you want, and now person A will be the person mirroring. Having so much fun, I don't want to go to bed. I have a shadow. Follow your movements. Oh my goodness, really okay, and start fighting. Your dance.
And I wanted to try one too. You worked out an appetite, right?
Well, I want to hear it too. So this concept of mirroring, I would really, I'm looking at all your faces now, and I'm remembering what your faces looked like when I first introduced the idea. And I'm seeing a lot of expansiveness now, whereas before it was like, it's kind of like sachet, right? A little bit of contraction, and now you're gentle.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Melissa would be insulted.
So, what happened? I swear y'all have known each other for years from what I was seeing.
It was so much fun.
It was fun. What was fun about it?
She was silly. And then it made me feel silly, and that made it fun to play. Made it easy to, it was very relaxing and it was fun. And so then it was she was number one, I was number two. So I think it made me also more playful as number two.
Ah, yes. I definitely saw, I was like, wow, all the bees have a lot of energy tonight. The second time, it's definitely, there was a difference. Yeah, I really got warm. I should definitely do this with adults more often. When I do it with students, they're all like, yeah, wow. Anybody else?
I felt like it was a new way of connecting to someone that I know, who I think that like we've, you know, in many ways we're kind of kindred spirits, but I felt like it was really peaceful and we kind of got to experience each other's energy in a new way and just kind of be together and enjoy it without speaking. It kind of takes away the cognitive aspect of the relationship where we're discussing, you know, meaningful things or important things and just being together in a playful, you know, space. And I thought it was really special.
Playfulness is something that I felt it was really strong in what Rachel and I shared. And when I stopped and looked around, it just was like everybody's in the sandbox.
When we play, we expand.
Yeah.
And you're in that moment together. It's like now. You know,
In relationship.
You're in the now, like together. You can't drift away because you're focused on doing or responding or both.
Engaged with another person is an interest. There's a permission to be silly when you feel that the other person feels safe and you feel safe.
It's like when you have a conversation with someone and they take you to another place, like you're still you with all your ideas and your toolbox of, in my case, movement, but like, you know, a brand new conversation can expand your vocabulary.
Anybody else? So I just want to give a second. Anybody want to share anything? This side. So I want to share with you explosive, expansive sense. The way that this worked, I'll tell you a little story about, I was working with an actor in my private practice, and he was pretty well known in TV and stuff. He was a pretty accomplished actor, but he was very nervous about this woman. He had been internet dating, and there was this one woman he really liked. And this is the same guy who came into my office. He's like, "You're always asking me what I feel in my body. How can I pay attention to what's in my body? It's so exhausting." And then the next time he came in, I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to ask him what's going on in his body. So I went, "So how you doing?" He's like, "Well, I feel this thing in my body." And he totally, I mean, I don't think he even knew he was doing it at that point. But so then so he said to me, he was really nervous about this date that he was going on. And he didn't know if his date, this woman, he was going on a second date, he didn't know if she liked him, and he didn't know, he wasn't picking up cues, like you couldn't tell. And so I taught him how to mirror. And I taught him, I said, well, you know, like if you kind of hold your arm the same way, or kind of feel just the way I was teaching you guys. And you guys did it like in dance tonight, which is fabulous. But even in subtle ways, you might find like two women who are in conversation and they end up nodding their head in the same rhythm, or turning their head the same way, or your legs cross the same way. It's a little bit more than body language. This is about a relationship, an actual nonverbal, unconscious conversation that's going on between two people. So I taught him how to mirror. And he was so nervous. And the next time he came in, I was like, I'm going to kind of stand off. I don't know how he's going to be with this. And it was really important to him. And so he said, oh yeah, I tried that mirroring thing that you taught me. And I was like, yeah, how'd it go? And he goes, she really wasn't into me. He goes, and it was just very clear. So I'm just ready to move on. And I mean, there's all kinds of other stuff we can talk about there. But instead of being so nervous and worried the whole time, he had a tool that he could use to see if there was resonance between him and this woman. And when he felt it, rather than knowing it, when he felt it, he was like, oh, okay, now I know what to do. And then he goes, she's kind of closed off anyway. So I mean, it was something that he could take with him, this mirroring tool. So it was just lovely that he decided to try it and had this experience. So anyway, I thank you all for being so willing to try this stuff out and to mirror and to hear a little bit about dance movement therapy. So thank you very much.
Yay.
Oh, I also have cards here if anybody wants one. I'll put them up in the front desk here.
Also, I just want to say that if anyone has business cards, Rachel, do we have a basket?
Yeah, there's a green box out in the hall by where all the programs are. Feel free to put your cards in.
Oh, great.
Please, and then we'll have like a kind of a nice thing. And also, if you want to just leave some business cards for other people to take too, you can just like leave a stack of information. There's stuff out on the table. Please take it. And if you have something that's coming up, or a flyer or business cards, please, this is a great opportunity to network a little bit. So.
And we also have out there a whole bunch of, this is a card for our group. The mission's been revised a little bit since, but you can write your information for other people on the back. You have the info, and it's on the back of the program as well. So there are lots of ways to find out what we're doing and give us your information.
I just want to say on Monday nights, every single Monday night, from 5 to 6 p.m. in this room, there is a stroke group choir for people who have had stroke and their carers. And it's really easy to get to, and we're growing it. So if you know anyone, just send them.
And they don't have to be treated here necessarily.
No, it's free and it's fun, and we are also researching hormones and language, and it's also carer, professional and personal.
What are you doing?